Metroids, the ultimate predators. Once confined to a remote planet, threatened mankind after a group of pirates attempting to exploit their power let them loose on planet Zebes. Something had to be done before the situation got out of control. The Metroid's ability to feed on the life force of any living thing made this mission extremely dangerous. Samus Aran, the ultimate space hunter, was called in for the job. Samus made her way through the pirate fortress, defeated Ridley, Craig, and ultimately the pirate leader, Mother Brain, and eradicated all the Metroids from planet Zebes. The world was safe, but for how long? The Metroids were still out there, and now that their existence had been exposed, no one would be safe until they were made completely extinct. Samus was sent to the Metroid's home planet known as SR-388, her mission to completely eradicate all Metroid life. Through her journey, Samus encountered Metroids at every stage of life, from the young jellyfish-like form to the towering dragon adults. Finally, in the depths of the ruins of an ancient civilization, Samus found the Metroid Queen. This was the final Metroid, the final battle. After destroying the Queen, the Metroid race would be gone forever, never to terrorize the world again. But on the way to her ship, Samus saw the egg of a Metroid, the very last Metroid. The egg hatched right before her. Samus was immediately prepared to destroy the Metroid, ready to destroy the last germ in a plague on humanity. But it didn't attack. The infant Metroid believed Samus to be its mother. Moved with compassion, Samus spared the baby, despite her mission. Samus delivered the baby Metroid to a research facility on planet Ceres. The researchers meticulously studied the baby, determining that it might even be used for some good. With the Metroid incident behind her, Samus left Ceres and set out to find a new bounty. Shortly after leaving, Samus received a distress signal from the scientists back on Ceres. She hurried back, but arrived too late. The scientists were all dead, and the baby Metroid was missing. Samus soon found Ridley, one of the pirates from before, still clutching his prize. Try though she might, she was unable to recover the baby, and Ridley was able to escape. Samus chased Ridley back to the pirates' old hideout on planet Zebes. Upon landing on Zebes, Samus found the pirates' old fortress rebuilt from the ground up. After once again defeating each general, Samus discovered the pirates' project, an attempt to clone Metroids. The clones were a poor imitation and easily defeated. There was, however, a new disturbing issue. New baby Metroids. Were these the product of the pirates' cloning? After exterminating the larva, the question was answered. A new Mother Metroid. Before she could attack, the giant Metroid latched onto Samus and drained all but a portion of her life force. However, it stopped short of killing her. In fact, it seemed to recognize her. This new species mother was in fact the baby that Samus found back on SR-388. Upon recognizing Samus, the Metroid fled. Samus went on to fight the leader of the pirates, Mother Brain. The fight seemed hopeless. Mother Brain was just too powerful. Then, just as Samus was about to succumb to defeat, the Metroid returned. By stealing life force from Mother Brain and feeding it back to Samus, the Metroid was able to turn the tide of battle. This act of selfless kindness had been previously unknown to Metroids. The pirates had intended to use the Metroids for evil, but this lone good Metroid was determined to protect what it loved, even at the cost of its life. After defeating Mother Brain, the planet triggered to self-destruct. Samus escaped and the planet exploded, destroying any Metroid that might still remain. Samus was successful in her mission. She prevented the pirates from using the Metroids for evil, but in the end they were never able to be used for good either. The brightest moment in the history of Metroids, a Metroid willing to give its life for a human, was also the last moment. Sometime later, Samus, having previous experience with the planet, was assigned to watch over a team of researchers studying life on planet SR-388. On the surface of the planet, Samus was attacked by an unknown life force, later known simply as X. On her way back to the research station orbiting SR-388, Samus fell unconscious. Her ship drifted toward an asteroid belt. Her emergency escape pod evacuated, but her ship was lost. The escape pod was rescued by the scientists, and Samus was rushed to the Galactic Federation headquarters for operation. Before Samus arrived, her power suit had begun to corrupt due to the parasitic organism. The corrupted portions of the power suit were merging with Samus's body. The suit had become so integrated that large portions had to be surgically removed. Even after removal, some pieces had become fully integrated. The X was circulating her central nervous system. Her condition was critical, and her chance of survival, minimal. Then one of the scientists discovered a cure. It was revealed that the Federation had been able to collect Metroid material from the baby Metroid off of Samus's suit after her mission on Zebes. A serum was made from the Metroid, and the X virus was completely destroyed. But Samus was no longer the person she had once been. The Metroid cells had multiplied within her and bonded with her suit. Considering this, she realized the baby Metroid she found in Zebus had saved her life not once, but twice. Even after death, it was still helping her. With the combined power of the Metroids, Samus was now able to fight with the X. After awakening from surgery, Samus learned that there had been an unexplained explosion back in the biological space lab. Samus was rushed back to the lab to investigate. Her mission was overseen by an AI located on the computer of her new ship. She named the AI Adam, after a former commanding officer. It seemed that the Metroids had been put on the planet by an ancient race, not as a scourge but as a savior, as they were the only predators of an even more deadly and dangerous race known as X. But since Samus had eradicated all of the Metroids, there was nothing stopping the X from dominating the entire planet. Back at the space station, the X had completely taken over, using their unique power to make exact copies of other creatures, even using the infected portion of Samus's suit to make a perfect copy of her at full power. During her exploration, Samus discovered a restricted portion of the laboratory, filled with dozens of Metroids. Thought to have been rendered extinct, these Metroids had been the result of a secret cloning operation created by the Federation. The X tried to use this opportunity to destroy its predator, but instead, it set them free. The emergency lockdown activated, and Samus was only barely able to escape. Afterward, Adam told Samus why the Metroids had been created, and how the Federation had intended to use them for peace. Displeased with Samus's meddling, Adam told her to leave the rest to the Federation. But Samus knew that the X was too much for the Federation. There were now more than 10 Samus clones. After hearing the story of the real Adam, and how he sacrificed himself to save Samus, the computer offered an alternative plan. Samus rushed to the operation room, encountering on the way an Omega Metroid. In her current state, Samus had no way to deal with Metroids. Just in time, one of the clones showed up to attack the Metroid. It was easily crushed, but this gave Samus the opportunity to absorb its core. Samus, now at full power, rushed to the operation room and set the Space Center to crash into the planet, destroying both the planet and the space station. After Samus escaped the station, she watched as all known traces of both Metroids and X were destroyed. Both Metroids and the need for them were now seemingly gone. But were they? Could there still be more Metroid cloning projects being conducted in secret? Could Metroids be roaming wild on some distant planet, just waiting to be rediscovered? In the end, Metroids weren't just mindless killing machines, only useful as weapons. They had a purpose, and that purpose turned out to be saving the world. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm excited to announce WarpStarMedia.com. WarpStar is a project that me and my brother have been working on for the past several months. We have weekly news, video game rankings, and our biggest feature, community reviews. So what makes WarpStar different from other review websites? Well, first of all, we don't have any critic reviews. We play and enjoy video games just like everyone else, so we weigh everyone's opinions equally. Secondly is the review criteria. WarpStar reviews consist of 5 rating sections and an optional written review. The sections are performance, gameplay, design, narrative, and then an overall rating. This way you can more quickly and easily identify if a particular game appeals to you. We're just getting started out right now, but we really hope we can create an awesome place to both write and read reviews. I look forward to seeing you on WarpStarMedia.com.